we're going. Here we go. So this is level 2, full body lift set that I kind of put together. Should be 25 to 30 minutes long. It's kind of hard to eyeball it, especially when I start talking through things. So also, Indigo is a part of this always. So glad that you're here, buddy. Find a nice space. Again, this is a good workout for at home because it's very little equipment needed. So we're going to do a dynamic warm-up. Should be like 5 to 8 minutes long for this dynamic warm-up. And dynamic meaning that there's movement. So we're not just doing like stagnant stretches. You can stay there, buddy. Stay there. Okay. So take a nice wide stance, and we're just going to roll our shoulders back, kind of one at a time. And then put your hands on your shoulders, so you're kind of circling your elbows around. And then extending that up to them full arm circles. Nice. And we're doing them then forward. So one at a time, just shoulder rolls. Hi, buddy. And then elbows. And then full arm circles. Good. And up, you're going to kind of stretch your chest out. So palms kind of open and your thumbs are facing up and you're really stretching out your chest. And then push your palms back and kind of put like you're getting punched in the gut. Really cave out your back. And 2, 2, 3, 3. And we're gonna warm up our legs. So just do some body weight squats for me. Feeling the legs getting warmed up. Getting nice and low, stretching out those hip flexors. Warming up the tendons around our knees. Good. Then we're gonna do some like side squat stretches, but our toes are gonna come up when we're gonna just feel that hamstring stretch as we go down. I think these are called like, it's a stretch that's good for a dynamic warm-up. So go as low as you can, making sure that the stretch that you're feeling is not a painful stretch. Shouldn't be painful. And then come back up, and we're gonna pull our knee to our chest and do like a double pulse, like a pull, 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 pull. Good. Next one, we're going to kind of cradle our ankle and kind of pull our foot away from our bodies, or push, I guess, our foot away from our bodies and really stretch out that glute. All right. Last stretch that we're going to do is called the world's greatest stretch. And so you're going to walk your hands down into a plank position, bring that leg up, and then reach, and then switch and reach, and then walk your hands back up. So it's like a plank into a lunge and then reach, and then same thing. All right, we're going to do 5 and go. At your own pace. So that was 1. Oh my gosh. I think this is my fifth one. I don't know if I did fifth one. I'm sorry, but I guess I was focused on other things. Okay. Nice. Should be nice and warmed up at this point. Once you're done with those 5 movements, get a drink of water because I'm already winded. Because you have to get your muscles ready, and you can either do a dynamic stretch like this. Sometimes I like walk on the treadmill at like an incline at like a 3 speed for like 5 to 10 minutes as my warm up, but typically shouldn't just like jump into a workout without warming up your muscles. So we just did that. Heart rate's already gone, so yay. Full body, meaning that we're targeting the upper body, the lower body, and the core in these 2 supersets and a burnout. So superset 1 is going to be 3 movements. We're doing step ups. So I've got my bench here. You can use a chair, you can use an ottoman, or like an actual workout bench. So second one, we're doing then kettlebell upward rows or dumbbell upward rows. So if you have some sort of weight to do those, you can use a kettlebell or a pair of dumbbells. The third movement in this superset is the weighted or unweighted combo for your core, and I'll demonstrate that. Second superset, so once we go through the first superset 3 times, we'll go into the second superset, which is side squats with or without weight. And then mountain climbers, which kind of combination version of like shoulders and also working your core. The burnout is then going to be an elevated heel elevated glute bridge with abductor ladder. So we're going to start at 12 and do 12 of each, and then 11 of each, and then 10 of each, and go down the ladder. So for that, I use my resistance band of some sort, and I use a pretty strong one because the abductors are really little. They're not like huge stretches. Cool. Let's get into superset number 1, where we're doing step ups. So when we're doing the step ups, the concentration is here, right? We're pulling and pushing our body upward. So think about working this muscle. And we're alternating each step. We're going to do 20 total, so 10 each leg. So go ahead and start whenever you want. Oh, I said 3 for a minute. Yeah, let's just do 20 total and then 10 each leg. Yeah. So find that step and just alternate. Go ahead and start whenever you're ready. Keep your own count. Yeah. Oh no, I lost count. God, I'm the worst at counting. I think this is 19, and then this is 20. If that was too easy for you, if you're not really feeling any action in this region, next time we do this movement, pick up some sort of weight. Again, if you're at home and you don't have like equipment or anything, pick up like a jug of laundry detergent or like a ream of paper. Like, cans of food. Those are weights that you have around the house that you might not think is a weight for exercise, but you can make it work. So step ups, we're gonna go straight into those kettlebell upward rows from this exercise. And so with the kettlebell upward row, we're working our shoulders. So kind of place it directly at your feet. When we pull upward, we're gonna focus on our elbows, not kind of collapsing in or pulling out, and we're trying to reach it all the way up to our chest and then really controlled lower. So, nice grip on your kettlebell, or if you're using 2 dumbbells, make sure that wrist is facing in. Plant your feet, engage your core, and go ahead and pull up. We're doing 10 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Pro tip for any sort of exercise that you're using weights for, if you're not pushing to do those last 2 reps, increase your weight or do more reps so that you kind of have that like burnout for those last 2. So that's just pro tip. Last thing that we're doing in the superset is the core combo. I'm looking at my little screen. I think you can see my mat. So go ahead and get on your back for this core combo. And this is hard, just so you know, but you'll be working a lot of your like lower abdominal regions. Make sure the entire time that we're doing these 10 reps, your lower back, the small of your back, is connected to the floor. That means that your back doesn't arch to where it kind of disengages from the floor. Your pelvis is tucked under and your lower back is connected to the floor, meaning that your lower abdominal muscles are engaged. So just keep that in mind during this whole exercise. You're gonna lay on your back. Hopefully you can still see me. The combo is our legs are up and 1 rep would be toe touch where you're lifting your shoulder blades off. That's half, and then the other half is we're gonna reach in behind us and our legs are gonna lower as low as we possibly can before we feel that lower back disengage. And that's 1 rep. So toe touch and leg lower and toe touch, leg lower. Exhale and really engage that core so that your lower back doesn't disengage from the floor. If that means that you can't lower your legs until about here, then only go that far. I think it's a 6, 7, 9, 2 more. This is that struggle. Oh, it's so good. And that's superset number 1. We got 2 more of that. So we have 40 seconds rest, so grab a drink, and then we're back to those step ups, okay? Again, if the step ups were too easy that first time, grab a weight and increase that resistance. So I'm gonna probably grab this 15. Okay. 10 seconds left as your rest. Take a breath. Hopefully you're feeling good. And we're going in 3, 2, oh, with these step ups, you can do a like step and then crunch, or you can just do a step, down, down. And then the foot that you just tapped down is then your foot that you'll step up again next, because that would mean that you're alternating legs. So you can do whatever you need. All right, step ups in 3, 2, 1. 1, And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2 more, 19, and 20. All right, straight into those upward rows. Get that kettlebell, get those dumbbells. All right. Grab your weight, recalibrate your area. Get ready for 10 really controlled reps of your kettlebells. Again, if your kettlebell isn't heavy enough, add more reps. So I'm doing 10 with 35 pounds. So if you can do 20 with 10 pounds, then do it. Yeah? Here we go. Nice neutral spine, engage your core. And 1, 2, 8, 10. I'm going to do 2 more just because I can. Oh, should be feeling it right in that juice spot. On the floor, core combo, here we go. Lower back is pressed to the floor. Exhaling when I reach up. And 10, here we go. It's so good. Two more for me. Count. Oh, it's so good. Forty seconds rest. Wanted to say I'm going really slow with those leg lowers because I'm trying to really concentrate on activating my core instead of just swinging my legs up and down really quickly. I'm trying really hard to the abdominal muscles. Otherwise, it kind of gets too swinging, and then we're kind of disengaging at that point. Grab a drink. What are we doing? Oh yeah, last time we're gonna do step ups. Here. All right, step ups. Grab your weight or organize where you're going to be doing your step ups. 20 total. Here we go. Okay. Woo. You always join me for workouts, huh? Thank you. I love your company. Woo. All right. Upward row. I'm breathing heavy. Things to be mindful of when you're doing this upward row. Try not to go past your like nipple line. I don't want to be like inappropriate, but like that should be where your like wrist. It shouldn't really pull past there because then you put a lot of tension on your rotator cuff. So try not to do that. And then making sure that you're engaging your core so our back isn't completely disengaged and our pelvis is tucked so that our core is engaged, really holding us upright, really nice and strong. Did you have a question, Kaylee? No? Okay, good. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I'm gonna push to 12. Oh my God. Okay. All right, last time we're doing that core combo. Again, take your time with those leg lowers, right? Try not to speed it up because then you're disengaging that lower back from the floor. Here we go. Oops, it's Gabby. Okay, grab a drink of water. I'll talk you through your next superset. Okay, next superset are side squats. So when we're doing side squats, sorry buddy, I need to move you. Our feet are really, really wide because we want to try and keep our like center of gravity relatively aligned. We are going to be pivoting forward to lean into each side. But when I say pivot forward, I mean I'm pivoting from here, not like crunching or doing anything that would compromise my spine. So when I have my weight, I'm going to hold it in front of me. And I'm going to keep my spine in that neutral position. I'm just going to hinge forward, kind of over that leg. If you want to do it body weight, here's what I would ask of you. Because just going back and forth body weight, not as much of a challenge. But if you can kind of pick your center point and go 1 and then 2 like to the other side so that you're pushing off the ground with that foot, that would be how you would amplify a body weight move if you're not doing side squats with a weight. Second move, our mountain climbers, obviously getting into that plank position, tucking that core, and then 20, 10 each leg. So grab your weight or identify your space. You want to do these side squats. Because I'm using my kettlebell again, I'm not going to be pushing off the ground, but if you don't have weights, then that's a way that you can make it a little bit harder. Toes are pointed straight forward. They're not angled out. It's not. Pick a side that you want to start on. We're going to alternate to 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Really using those hamstrings to push you back up once you sink into that side squat, right? You can feel your glutes working. Oh shoot, I always talk and then I lose count. I'm gonna say that we're at 8, 9, 10. I think that's a lie. 11, 12, 15, 14, 15, 16. Push through these last few. Should be a little shaky. 18, 19, 20. All right. Nice. Muscle groups that the side squats are working: glutes, hamstrings. If you're feeling tightness in and around your knees, that might mean that you're going a little bit too low. So you might not be able to go all the way deep like this. You might need to keep it here to not put tension on these knees. You might also be not wide enough to where if you're too narrow, then you're trying to turn this knee in and you're putting stress on that joint. So just be mindful if that's where you're feeling pain. Those are some corrections that you can make. Mountain climbers, here we go. So plank position. Hello, baby. Just letting you know, this is not plank position. You have to tuck that pelvis and engage your core. Wrist should be directly under your shoulders and core should be engaged. When we're doing mountain climbers, I like to cross my knee to the opposite wrist. So do that. Here we go. 20 total, meaning 10 each side. And 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It goes by really fast. 40 seconds rest between this and our next set. Grab a drink. So I wanted to let him know that I'm not ignoring him. I'm just working out with my puppy and my friends. Here we go, 10 seconds, grab your kettlebell or your weights again for your side squats. Find your positioning. Make those modifications or those changes if you felt any stress in your knees last time. And get into it. Ready, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 15, 16, I'm getting a little shaky. 18, 19, 20. That means it's working. Those step ups in the first set just really warmed up those muscles. Here we go, mountain climbers. I'm gonna move back so that I don't kick you. Start whenever you're ready. Second superset goes by really quickly. So, last time, superset number 2. We're almost done. We're almost done, you guys. We're working out for almost half an hour, so give yourself a pat on the back at this point. We should be burning some calories today. Okay. Last time for these side squats. Like I said, if your legs start getting a little shaky, push through. They should be working. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Nice. We did it. Straight into these mountain climbers. Here we go. Woo. Okay. High five, you guys. We just completed 2 supersets. You should be proud. Those were kind of hard. Which is just like always surprising when you don't like go to the gym and doing a home workout. You're like, damn, I'm still burning. Buddy, I actually need this. Can I have this, please? No? Okay. He's now claimed the yoga mat. Here we go. All right, last thing that we're working. We're doing a burnout. So if you have your resistance band, grab that. I'm putting my mat up against where I did my stair steppers because I'm going to be using that to do my heel elevated glute bridge. I hope this I might need a weight back into this just so that I don't push it. Okay, so we're laying down on our mat in front of our, putting our resistance band around the tops of our knees. Hi, baby. Please don't get behind me. Can you go right here? Yeah. Heels are going to be obviously elevated. Hi. Scoot your butt close to this, not to where it's touching, but not so far away that your like butt is super far out. Keep your heels elevated. This bridge should be a full lockout at the top, meaning that I'm pushing my pelvis as high as I possibly can. So full lockout does not look like this. I'm still sitting into it. I need to squeeze those glutes at the top for a full lockout for this glute bridge. Then the thing that's really gonna burn you out are these abductors at the top. So once we do 12, then you'll do 12 abductors where you're pushing your knees outward against that resistance band whilst also holding your glute bridge. Now, I usually crack at about 8 or 9 and then again at like 5. So take a little break and then jump back in. If you need to take a longer break, if you need to skip a whole section of the ladder, that's fine as long as you're finishing. A sense of accomplishment after finishing this is so amazing. So just get through it. I promise you, you won't die. All right. Hands are flat on the ground. We're pushing up into those glute bridges, 12, and then do 12 back-to-back abductors. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hold at the top and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come back down. Little mini break. 11. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh, I got it. We have the whole thing to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh God. I'm gonna cry at this one. I can feel it. Readjust if you start like pushing yourself backward. Just readjust so that your knees are kind of at this like 90-degree angle. Okay, here we go. For 10. 1, 2. It hurts so bad already. What am I doing? 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you for being my emotional support dog. This is when I need you the most. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm breathing here. 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm not crying yet, so that's good. Just got sweat in my eyes. For 8. Push through the ground. Oh, it's good. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't look out on that lockout. If you need to make grunt noises like me, I have no judgment, clearly, because I can't seem to not do it either. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guys, we're over the hill. It's so easy from this point forward because they just get smaller and smaller. Obviously, you know how ladder works, but still, I feel like after 7, you're like, oh, I'm home free. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Straight into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you finish it out? 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're so close. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. And you're done and you're dead. If you're still going, you are a champion because you took it slow. You knew when you needed to take a break, but you're gonna finish it. Finish it out. I pushed through those last ones because I feel like it's a mind over matter thing for me. Oh. Thank you for always being there to support me. Keep powering through. Keep powering through. Don't give up. We're going to do some really nice stretches here. So if you're feeling that cramping in that glute, just know you're probably going to feel it tomorrow. And it's going to remind you that you put in freaking work today. You worked today. Full body. No joke, right? All right. Hopefully you are close to finishing out those last couple of reps. Take a breath or a chance to congratulate yourself because that ladder is no joke. Holy butt. We're going to do some stretches. And so we did a dynamic stretch at the beginning of our workout to warm up our muscles and to get them moving. At the end of your workout, that's when you do like the static movements, right? The stretches that you hold for long periods of time, you really breathe into them. So just know that that's kind of what we're going to be doing. That's how I frame all of my workouts, where we do something movement-based to warm up our muscles at the beginning, and then do those static stretches at the end to help release that lactic acid that we just built up in those muscles that we worked today. So first move that we're going to do, and you can roll right into this after you are completed with that ladder. I see you still crushing it, Kaylee. Oh my gosh, keep going. It burns so good, but your butt is on fire afterward. So after you're done with those ladders, you can roll right into child's pose. So I'm going to be here when you finish, just right into child's pose. Really reach those hands forward and sink back. Just breathe into the stretch. Couple more breaths here, and then we're gonna come up into all fours. And we're gonna do cat and cow. So kind of reaching your face like upward and extending your spine, really pushing that pelvis back, and then rolling your chin to your chest and really stretching out that spine. Breathing, inhale here and exhale here. And tuck our toes so that we can go into downward facing dog. This really stretches out our calves, which we didn't specifically isolate today, but we definitely worked those. So pushing those heels to the ground as we are in downward facing dog. Taking a couple breaths here to also really push our shoulders back and stretch out our shoulders that we worked today as well. When you're ready, take one leg up and swing it forward into a nice lunge. And we're just going to really push here, pushing our pelvis down, keeping that back leg straight. You should be feeling that in the bent legs hamstring. That's where our stretch should be. From here, we're going to take our foot and face it outward into pigeon pose. So the bottom of your foot is kind of facing out and our knee is in front of us. We're going to untuck those toes. We're just going to lean over that bent knee, really stretching out those glutes and those hamstrings on that bent leg. Good. Plant your hands in, tuck those toes. And bring that foot back into downward facing dog. We're gonna do the other leg. So lift that leg up and swing it through into a nice lunge. Really stretching out that hamstring on that bent leg. Breathing into these static movements. Good. And then rotate that foot to face outward. And walk those arms forward and really stretch over that bent leg. Good. Plant those hands, tuck those toes, and bring it back into downward facing dog. And go ahead and walk those hands up to those feet so that we're kind of in a forward fold here. And just kind of breathe into this forward fold. Slight bend in your knees, stretching everything out. When you're ready, bend those knees and roll up one vertebra at a time. Your neck and your head should be that last thing coming up in the standing. Good, nice and slow. When you're back in standing, kind of find your balance again. Reach one hand out to side, put your weight on one foot, grab your shoelaces of the other leg, and bring your knees together, really stretching out that quad. Finding your balance. Good, and then switch. It's like you're pulling that knee to the floor, right? So if you find yourself peeing on a hydrant, bring those knees together, find your balance, and pull that knee to the floor so that you're really stretching out that quad. Good. Come back to standing, nice wide standing position. We're gonna bend and roll our shoulders back with each bend. So we're just trying to loosen up everything again. And forward. You crushed it. Oh my God. How do you feel? I can like feel it in your body language right now. Reach it all the way up with one hand and really stretch it over to the other side. Good. And the other side. Yay. And give yourself a round of applause because you crushed it. Yay. That was hard, right? It was so good though. For those of you who are watching when this wasn't live, just know that this is a little preview into something that I offer for my clients who enrolled in my Power Boot Camp. So Kaylee, my all-star, if you are interested in getting workouts like this that are already set up for you, demonstrated by me, and then we do a live workout together just to hold each other accountable, let me know if you're interested. We can set up a preliminary call, and I feel like it's good bang for your buck. I feel like you get a lot because I also give you some diet guidance as well so that you can get the maximum results. So thanks for joining me today, and Indigo. I'm gonna stop recording, but hang out, okay, Kaylee?